Hello and welcome back to Swift Al 7 Gaming. I am Swift Al 7. We're back in City of Skylines 2 for episode 2 of our Let's Play. Let's go ahead and continue our game. If you're following along on Twitch, you can go ahead and check out our last episode in our history. We streamed that earlier today. If you're following along on YouTube, then I encourage you to check out the playlist, and more episodes will be added. I don't quite have a schedule out yet, but right now we're doing daily, at least for the next couple days, but I'm sure that will change soon. So, we added a lot of things last time, like, I don't know, the entire town. We added a garbage dump of a major note when we just last left off. We kind of prepared to expand our industrial area. We have our cemetery park area that's going to be planned for over here. We just put in the elementary school, and we're going to look at putting in the high school. I do know we need some commercial areas, so let's go ahead and just kind of game plan. Now, I'm thinking about what we want to do here, because this is not that long of a distance from a major intersection to what I am assuming is going to be a major intersection, because if we put a road here, we're going to have the high school. Yeah, no, that just doesn't sound good. So maybe have this be our intersection back to this area. And I'm thinking about using one of our large median roads. So I'm thinking about doing something like this. I think that will work. And what will probably happen is I want to upgrade this. Like so. Because we're going to have a lot of traffic come out of the school all at one point in time. At least I'm assuming that's how this is going to work. Take a sip of my drink, wet my throat. Okay, let's go ahead and grab our high school. And I'm kind of wanting to keep it back from the main street, but this is all going to be, this whole zone that we're going to just designate as our high school area. We might add some parking lots for sporting events. So I am thinking we actually will add a drive just for the high school, which does put a major intersection here, but if we keep the rest of this road, you know, maybe just some light residential and nothing else, I don't think it's going to be horrible for our traffic. So if we got a small road here, well, let's see. Not sure how this is going to work. If we do this, go over one more, okay, then we can kind of control things going into the school zone. We can have parking on this side, potentially. I would rather our school face... let's see. I'd rather it face... So it's going to need to face this way if we're going to do what we want to do. So right here, and let's just leave a little gap so we can put some trees along that side. There is our school. So let's just lengthen our road just a wee bit. Just like that. This road is not Foggy Street. This is School Drive. And I did that in all caps. No. Okay. Is my cap locks on? No. Okay, so I guess it just reverts to all caps. This road is already named. That is fine. And what I'm going to do is downgrade this section of the road. No. Yes, no, yes, no. I kind of want a dedicated turn lane, but I'm not going to have that option. So we'll keep that just like that for right now, but I think we're going to downgrade it at this point. So let's turn on snapping, and then that will allow us to do some nice bushy trees right along here. Let's, just for the sake of uniformity, get rid of this tree. Okay. Let's do one more row. Now, over on this side, I want to add some bushes, just to welcome people into the school. And we can go ahead and get rid of that tree. And what we're going to do is kind of like what we did at the garbage plant. Just make this a nice, welcoming entry. Only, I'm going to put a tree right in the middle if I can. So let's get rid of that bush and just straighten that out a little bit. And we're going to put a nice big tall tree like what was there. It's hard to see where it's going right there. Okay. On this side, let's continue with the same bush. 5, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's a little sloppy. But we're just not going to do the well, no, we're not going to do the crescent. Yeah, we could. Yeah, we are. I think we can leave that tree in. Bother anything. We're going to put another tree in the middle, just like on the other side, right there. And that'll be a really nice entryway into the school. Uh-oh, we got some visitors. These are our mascots. So, let's see. Can we select those? That is a deer, obviously. I didn't know if it was like some special type of, we are going to call this Deer High School in honor of the deer. Hopefully you guys enjoy that. So I am streaming this in hopefully a higher quality resolution. I'm hoping that translates over to Twitch and eventually into YouTube. If there's any troubles, please let me know. Are those trampolines or are those? That's a fountain. Okay, it's just not running. So we can upgrade to school. We'll do that in a wee bit. The only thing, yeah, we'll upgrade it down the road. Uh-oh, something's going on here. This guy is saying that the rent is daggone high. Yet he's wealthy. I mean, he's one guy. Can we see who lives here? I would like to see the person that lives at 53 Chestnut. I mean, he has like a guest cottage. I mean, this is a you. Are you the one complaining? You are a student, so let me get this right. You are a student, and you've decided to live at a place that is enormous as far as the yard and everything goes. And you have your regular house plus a guest cottage. I'm not caring that your rent is a little high. You probably should downsize a little bit. But that does tell me that we might need some housing for students. Now, I don't have a college yet, but I think we should probably put some low-income housing near our school for families that can, so that poorer families can walk to the school, and maybe we can get some commercial right in this area right here. And that should be pretty good. They're also, I mean, it's a little walk to the healthcare center, but that's not that bad. So let's look at that. Do we have that option right now? Medium density housing. We don't have the low rent housing yet, but that's something that we will put on our radar. And just to start in that a little bit, okay, I'm kind of wanting to put how do I want to do this? Put some commercial spaces right there. Okay, I definitely think we need some walkways over to elementary school. And we might even be a little creative here and just try to. That's really not going to let me do that. Oh man, that doesn't look right. Okay, let's just delete that path. I was trying to do something that looked somewhat nice. We do need some low residency
You're back
homes.
with Second Moon Radio, your second musical home from home. So settle back in your
street
chair,
is
pour
crowded.
yourself a glass, and prepare.
People are using our parking lot there. About the
Tonight,
elementary
we
school.
are doing
No
a
one's
musical
using this
tour
parking lot.
of Italia.
So let's just lower the rent on that. The parking
Que bon,
back
as
to
they
the
say.
default of
And
10
an
sets. We'll
aria
just see what
inspired
happens.
by the infamous Vivaldi shall be our guide.
Let's see.
The leader of the City Services Division is with us in the studio today to talk about why they're contracting with outside agencies to provide vital services for our residents. Isn't that going to be costly, Mr. Councilman?
As people head over to the industry
yes,
area,
it is an additional
I'm
expense,
going to put a
but
couple
the residents have come to
businesses out
expect a
this
certain
way.
level of
Because
services.
after you get off
We
work,
simply
you're going to go to the
do not have
bar
the
or go
capacity
to,
to provide them
get
within the
some
city.
groceries or something.
Sounds like
So
we're
we're
the
just going to have a
ones who
little
will end up paying
industry
for it. Should we be
sector right
worried?
here, or a little
I
commercial
expect
sector
the
right
residents
here.
would be more distressed if key
And that
services
takes
became
care of our
unavailable.
commercial need.
Their quality of life is very important to them.
But so is their money. We'll be back after this.
What
A
we're going to
housing
do
shortage is driving
here.
up prices in the area.
That's right, Glenda. But apparently that's not all good news. We're joined today by an expert guest, Professor
I want to have a workers
Welcome,
district.
Professor. So a housing
of
shortage is
just
bad for the people
some
trying
high,
to move
or I
here,
guess we're
right?
going to put some
Humans
medium
are
density
programmed to desire
housing
certain representations within ideological reward structure,
right in this
which are
area.
entirely apart from the actual rewards.
And I'm just kind of thinking
enjoyed.
how I want
For
this to be. I don't want
example,
anything right
consider
here.
capital.
One final question, Professor. Is the
We have to
housing
be
shortage
mindful of the
going to
wind.
make me richer?
By certain metrics, perhaps
And we'll be okay
yes,
there.
in the short term.
I like the sound of that.
I want to
What
leave
we
some
are
forested
discussing
area.
is the study of a statistical abstraction and its effect.
What I'm
on the
thinking
human-
Thank
is,
you, Professor.
It is a question of priorities.
I'm kind of thinking of. I don't know what I'm thinking of right now. I'm thinking that this curves down into just a little circulish area. But I'd rather it not be circle, but I don't want it to be square. Because I feel like that would stick out like a sore thumb. I think maybe we need to purchase this corner. Maybe right now is not the time to even look in that area. Maybe we could do like, since I need some medium density, I also need some... Oh, okay, did you see that? Was that just... What the heck is that? I thought there was a fire down there and we didn't have a fire station. It's just the sun glaring off of somebody's infinity pool? Is that what that is? No, that is... Yeah, that's a pool of some sort. Okay. Yeah, I thought there was a fire that was breaking out. Can we put in a fire department yet? Probably in our next leveling experience. Okay. I want to think about how we can use this space here. What we do not want is a bunch of intersections along Owl Boulevard. Do we want these streets to dead end, though? And I'm going to say the answer is no. But I believe we can successfully put a little alley down this side. Or do we want an alley, or do we want... Because I don't think we need a heavy road. I mean, this is not going to be traveled often. It's just to connect things neatly, so there's not a dead end at the end of all these roads. If we do this... Oh, see, that cut into what I didn't want it to cut into. Dag-nag-it. Okay, let's delete that. Maybe the answer is doing dead ends, but then we're going to have a lot of intersections on this road too. I understand that. Just thinking the best way to expand over here. And the best way might be turn the direction. We're going to have a... I'm trying to think how I want to do this. I'm going to bring that road out here. Do we just want a single entry into this neighborhood that we are building? I'm almost thinking of doing something like a curve on this side over here that is just going to be... let's get our other road in right here. I'm going to leave a little space there. And what I'm going to do is do like a little... What do we want to do here? We want to avoid the mansion to some extent. I guess that's okay. I'm going to do the same on this side. Okay. Now, we're going to leave this empty just because of the industrial area over there. I don't want necessarily high-density housing in this area. Orchard Street, that's a good name for it. That's a good name for it. So let's go ahead with some low residential. Right along here. And right here. We're going to stay away from this. Maybe we'll put a park or something right there. Same on this side. Along the ends, well, I'm gonna leave this empty because of the mansion. At the same time, I am gonna fill this side up though. Okay, so there is that. Our education is good. That completely quenches our need for low housing, low residential. This guy, he has some problems. He would like some more labor. Hey, he's gonna get it with this here. I'm trying to think what else we would like to do here. I'm thinking about putting some medium density housing right along here. This is gonna be like a little village area. So let's just grab and extend this road down a little bit more. And because we're going to do medium density, I think I'm going to keep the medium road. Yes. Yes. Yes, yes. I think so. I don't think so. Yes, I think so. I'm thinking of several different things. I was thinking of doing maybe like a one-way street and then another one that comes back this way. We need a way into this little zone. That's going to be our way in. And then we're going to downsize our road once we get into the zone. What do we want this to look like? What I don't want is a sharp corner right here. So I'm thinking that we come out to right there. Bring that down to right about there, and then we can just do that. Now, I did not mean to make that one way. I don't know how I got onto that. It's going to be two-way. And what we can do is relatively the same on this side. So probably right about there looks fairly close to what we are going for. Doesn't look bad per se. What about the middle, you're asking? That is a good question. And I don't like how these two sides are not lining up very well. I don't like it. I just don't like how this is working out. We're gonna get this right. Don't worry about that. I'm even gonna delete that. Okay. Right? That's right in the middle, right? It seems like it is off a little bit. Now this is one too many. I'm getting nitpicky here, and I probably shouldn't. Okay, that's better. Now, if we come here. Okay. Hey, let's pause for a moment. $800,000. Things are really looking good. We can do some more development things, which we're definitely going to want to look into. We're going to need to do a fire department, police station. So we got things coming down the pipeline here, guys. Let's just finish this area up right here real fast while it's on our minds. Oops.
You're listening to Second Moon, the station for the cultural.
I don't like these lines, but that's okay. We're not going to notice that in the end.
More challenging sphere.
And what we're going to do here
Let
is...
us move now from the musical page to the literary. Here we have some perfectly anguishing correspondence from a listener. My dear Professor Hornbuckle, whereas I make no apology for my erudite,
Okay.
modesty demands
This is
that
gonna be
I
something.
prevaricate against the title. I am but a
I'm not sure what it's going to be yet, but it's
humble
going to be
perform,
something.
And all
Let's
my
go ahead and
expertise
grab
derives
our...
merely from a life devoted to the gentle arts.
Do
Though
we
I
want
do
to do
thank
row
you
houses?
for the honor.
We're going to
But
try
I
this
digest.
out
To continue, Professor
and just see
Hornbuckle,
what this does for us.
as a traveler from my homeland, I long to
Right
hear
in
a
this
tune that
area
speaks
here.
to the anguish of my road-weary
No.
soul.
No,
There
I
now,
want to do
my
row
good
houses.
fellow. Chin up, as it were. No need to wallow in sediment. Leave that to those poet
Okay.
chaps, eh?
Along
Here's
this
a tune just for you, and I do
bend
hope it
and this
provides your
bend. We'll come
aching
back to that
spirit
and
some
deal with that in a moment.
modest
We need
desolation.
some more
And
resident
onto
or
our
some more
main
commercial
feature
rather.
story. The commercial
And
district
so,
is booming,
maybe, like, right
as
in
the
here,
area is attracting
to service
more
this area a
high-end
little bit.
stores, bringing
We'll
the
throw
latest
some
in
commercial
luxury
down.
to our neighborhood.
We need to throw
You
a
can
fire
now
department down
shop
somewhere
for designer
too.
shoes while sipping a fancy local Jarva mate, or so my wife tells me. That's good for business. And
I'm thinking
good
about
for the
putting the
community.
fire department right
Thanks,
here.
Jim.
We're going to have access
We'll be back
to
after
this road for
We've
quick
recently
access
been
to the
having what some
industrial
are calling
area.
the worst kind
We'll
of luck
have
there
good
is.
coverage
That's
of the
right.
residential
Today we are
zone.
talking about
Plus,
the
we'll have coverage of this
increased
residential
likelihood
zone
that
over
you
there.
die.
That's
This is a
not
little
exactly
far
what
for
an increased
maybe if I
death
put
rate
it up
measures.
in this
Either way,
area.
if everybody is dying, that gives me the creeps.
Now, that's a wild overstatement. Are you trying to make
What's it
people
going to
panic?
look like
Hey,
here?
did you say
Let's
panic?
see. It
She
is
said panic.
low
The death
noise
rate is
pollution, so
skyrocketing.
we have
We've
to
got to
be
get out of
mindful
here.
of that. We
You
don't
go,
want it right
I'll
in
stay
our
and clear up the mess.
residential area.
We'll be back after this.
I'm kind of thinking we've got houses there. Could have it down in our school area. I'm kind of just leaning towards right here. It's kind of, we're near the industrial area. We're servicing this entire residential zone. But I think this will work. I think right about here will be good. Okay. Everyone seems happy about that. Firehouse is down. Cute little firehouse. Do we want to call it anything, guys? Anything at all. No, just firehouse for right now. Looks like we can do some areas too, which is nice. We can start doing some districts. Police station is something we're going to need. We want to do it up here too? Maybe not. Maybe we can do it somewhere else. Police station. So I'm just kind of looking around, seeing where we could put it. I don't necessarily want all of our infrastructure in the same place in case a disaster strikes, but I think it's not going to hurt just to start out together. So that looks actually pretty good, right? I think it does. I kind of want a little park here for, as parents are going up to the grocery store, they can take their kids to a little park, but we don't have that yet. So, too bad. We do need some more commercial, some more industrial too, just very little industrial. We left this area open last time, and I think we're going to take full advantage of this area with just a little alleyway that goes back here to some warehouses of some sort. Obviously, we can't control what is built back here. You can to some extent, but not really. So I'm thinking like main road comes out to there. That's fine. That's a good start. And then we have just an alley running down to here, and one also running up to here. And I want to do the same right here. And that's all this is going to be back here. And we can delete this little bit right here. This is called Industrial Park, so we're just going to call this Annex Drive. And just real simple, A, B. So we got A annex and B annex. And we'll go ahead and grab our industry. We don't need a whole lot right now, so I'm just going to do one section. And that will slowly fill up. And that takes care of that need. We still have a commercial need. These people, there's not a whole lot right now to go and purchase. So what we're going to do is kind of fill this area in with some commercial. And I'm going to do the same over here, but I'm going to keep it a little smaller to give a little buffer zone between these homes and that commercial for noise purposes. Over here, I want to do some sidewalks. Somebody died, oh no. And I'm thinking about something like that, just in case people want to walk to school. thinking maybe one more sidewalk. It's going to be in the backyard here of the mansion. It's not bad. Eventually there's going to be businesses here, so they might want some access. And we'll do that for right now. Just for right now, and this could change. This is all subject to change. Let's do some decoration around this mansion. I want some bushes, some bushy bushes. This is going to take just a moment to do this whole perimeter. I just want something that sets apart this mansion from everything else. This is going to be kind of like the boundary, the property line, if you will. Everything on this side will be of the mansion. We'll try to avoid building anything in that area that is not mansion related. You know, in City Skylines 1, eventually there was a limit to how many trees and bushes you could place down. I don't think that's the case in City Skylines 2, but I do not know that for sure. Might as well just continue this around the front too, just to doll it up a little bit. Citizen happiness is increasing, it looked like. Population is increasing. This is all good. I'd like to delete that. See if I can find it here. There we go. I just have to zoom in really far. And the property line's actually going to end right here, even though it's not the path, the way the path takes. We're going to have a nice little curve into it. We're going to maybe have some trees. Maybe we'll put a park here eventually. This is going to go right down this bend. We need to get into farming eventually. And let's just throw a couple more trees out here. Couple pine trees right here, a couple right there. Let's do maybe we're just kind of keeping the public's eye back. I'm wanting this to look more natural than placed, even though everything we seem to be doing is by 3, but that's okay. Get a couple of trees out in this way. This is going to be really nice when they all grow up. Okay, that is fine. I think that looks a lot better. You can definitely tell that this all belongs to the same segment now, if you will. Let's see what's been going on. We need some more commercial. That is a need. This need is being taken care of, I believe. Matter of fact, is that a hearse? No, that's a police car. Do we have enough vehicles? Yes. Okay. Commercial. Got some traffic coming in here. Can we micromanage yet our... Let's see if that's something in the development tree. Advanced Road Services. Yeah, we want to unlock that.
This is Second Moon with J. Thomas.
What I want to do is just have
Before
a
we
stop
dive into our
sign
next selection, I'd like
coming
to take
out
a
and everything else
few
just go.
memento moris to elaborate on the formal structure of the symphonic work. For our newer, less able listeners, first, we will be dancing through the al dente section
I also
before
am
entering the
thinking
slower largo movement
that we
finally, then
should
savoring
upgrade
the vivacious anti-pasto
and have a
movement.
dedicated
So,
turning
without
lane
further ado, let's raise
right
the
there.
curtain and begin.
A
think that
housing
will work.
shortage is driving up prices in the area.
That's right, Glenda. But apparently,
There's not a
that's
housing
all
shortage.
Good news. We're joined today by an expert guest, Professor Nutbutter.
How are we doing down
Welcome,
in this
Professor.
area?
So a housing shortage
So,
is bad for the
people
people
are
trying
building.
to move here, right?
Humans are
Lots of people
programmed
still to
to
move
desire
in.
certain representations within ideological reward structures. which
The
are
road is
entirely
very
apart from the
congested.
actual
I'd like to get some
rewards
cars off the
enjoyed.
road.
For
So let's look at
example,
parking.
Consider capital.
One final question, Professor. Is the housing shortage going to make me richer?
By certain metrics, perhaps yes, in the short term.
I like the sound of
But
that.
what we
think
are
what we want to do for
discussing is the
parking.
study of a statistical abstraction and its effect on the human
Thank you, Professor.
It is a question of
Let's see if
priority.
people...
And on to our main feature story. The commercial district is booming as the area is attracting more high-end
right here.
stores, bringing the latest in luxury to our neighborhood. You can now shop for designer shoes
Excuse me.
while sipping a
We have this
fancy
at 40
local
cents.
Java mate.
And we're
Or
also
so my
going
wife
to
tells me.
have...
That's good for business and good for the community.
Thanks, Jim.
Is this connected
We'll
already?
be back after this.
I really don't know. But we're going to have a sidewalk run right here, maybe? And it's going to turn at the parking area. Excuse me. It's going to continue on down that way. That's okay for right now. This will all probably get redone right in this area. Excuse me. If I can stop coughing, that would be really nice. Yeah, there's a lot of cars. A lot of cars coming in. We really don't need a red light here, do we? What I think we're going to do is make this one way. This the other way. Excuse me. Tell you what, guys, I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna grab a glass of water, and it's just gonna take me a moment. I'll zoom out here. I'm not gonna put a slide on or anything that says I'm gonna be right back. Literally, the sink is just right behind me. Okay. Turned my heater on and closed my door too. We're back. We need commercial zones like it's nobody's business. We're going to try to deliver that need. We also need industrial zones. So, let's continue on the next section here. We're going to do the next 2 sections. And that should be good for that need. What is this? Huh. Stockpile of something. Cool. Looks like we're doing good with everything. I love how this turned out. Okay. What else can we unlock? This might be something worthwhile to unlock. We got how many points left? 3? A college. We're gonna need that at some point in time. Water treatment plant. You know, we're gonna need power plants at some point in time. I think the thing that we want to unlock first is, let's see, I don't think we need a welfare office quite yet. I'm really kind of leaning towards a small emergency shelter in the event of a tornado. So we're going to unlock this, and we're going to build a couple of them, I believe. I also think we really want this early disaster warning system. Let's just get some shelters in place for right now. I think a good place to have the shelters are at the school. I mean, that seems to be a logical solution. But before we do that, I'm all turned around. I definitely want one in this area. We're going to have it right here. That's a parking lot, I can't go there. We're gonna have it, can't have it straight on. Maybe right here. So we've got that little walk path that people can come from the businesses. Now, we're going to need to do a route for that one. So, I don't think we need that. How do you do evacuation routes? Is that not something that these shelters do anymore? I have no idea. Okay, I guess there are no evacuation routes, really. We can kind of see how much that shelter covers. I would like a shelter. See, we've got a high density area right here. I would like one down by the schools. The high school can run down this sidewalk all the way over to here. I would like one next to the fire department. That just makes sense. And that kind of covers this area down here. There are people still in yellow, kinda, sort of. You guys are out of luck. Sorry. So we got 3 shelters placed down. We can do some upgrades of them as we need to. We have, each shelter can hold 500 people, so we have enough to cover our entire population, really. Let's see what else we can do. Have we done these things? This must be from... Have we done these things? I don't know. Making a mark. Okay. We'll look at that a little bit more in detail some other time. If you're just joining in the stream, welcome. We've got 2 more developmental points to spend. Let's see where we can spend those at. A recycling center probably would be a good idea. I don't think we need a hospital yet. Our cemetery is really handling everything quite well there. I don't think we need water treatment at the moment. I really don't think we need an emergency battle station. Emergency battle station. My golly. Bet you didn't know there was battles in City Skylines too. Emergency battery station. Let's look at maybe a recycling plant. Let's unlock that and let's go over and take a look at that. So if we extend our boulevard down a little bit, we can have a recycling plant right next to the garbage plant, which in my mind seems efficient. Whether it is or not, I don't know. So why don't we go ahead and extend this road down. I know we were trying to avoid going through this tree forested area, but I just think this is a good location for this recycling plant. We have this right here. We have proceeded to a grand village. There's an extra $1 million just for us. 4 more developmental points and 6 more land tiles that we can purchase. Let's see, we can do some policies. We really need to do some zoning and policies. Low rent housing, that's something that we've been waiting for. Public transportation lanes, parks, finally we can do parks. Some monuments, campsites. Okay, Grand Hotel. We got some options here. And let's take a look at our recycling center. Okay, this will be okay. So if you didn't watch our last episode, we tried to keep 3 lanes going down to our main boulevard here that loops around the city, if you will. So we can have our garbage trucks, recycling trucks going both left, right, left eventually, and over into straight into the residential area. I'm hoping that will combat any traffic flow. And I bet you our traffic's just fine. Let's take a good look at that. Okay, just a residential circle. I'm not worried about that.
Doesn't look to its
This
past?
area right
Well,
here.
I say the question.
I mean, nothing's
speaks
in the
for
red.
itself. Here on Second Moon, we know you can't
Apparently
move
the pumping
forward
station
unless
is
you
receiving
keep
a lot
both
of
eyes steadily trained
traffic.
on what's behind you.
Look at this over here, though.
Industry in the region is
These
on
people,
the rise,
I just
and
wonder
when
if they
business
cannot
is
find a
doing
place to
well,
park.
that floats our boats.
There's no sinking
I'm
this
thinking
boat,
we
Glenda.
might really consider
And
putting a
onto our
parking lot
main
in
feature
somewhere over
story.
here.
The commercial district is booming as the area is attracting more high-end
do that.
stores, bringing the latest
another,
in luxury to our neighborhood.
parking
You can
lot.
now shop for designer shoes while sipping a fancy local Jarva mate.
How do I want to do
or
this?
so my wife tells me. That's good for
think
business
what I'm gonna
and
do-
good for the community.
Thanks, Jim. We'll be back after this.
Is go up this way. Go over. And go back down into this here. Okay, and I'll tell you why I'm doing this here in a moment. My thought is I can put... I don't know if we need a large parking lot. We can put a parking lot right here. Let's up it to 40 cents like the other one. We're going to call this Parking Drive. We never did name this, did we? Oh man, is that going to mess things up? Okay, let's just call this then something that is not Parking Drive. Well, what should we name this road, guys? I'm thinking what we could name this road. We'll just name it, we'll come up with a name in a moment. Anyway, what I'm thinking is we can do some basketball courts and stuff right here, and you'll be right next to the parking lot. People are using it, so that's good. And hopefully that solves some parking problems. I don't know why we have a red light here because, okay, I guess they're going to loop back around. I don't think we need a red light there. I really don't think so. Let's try to... can we just do a stop sign there instead? Okay. We're going to work on this periodically. Trying to think what else we need. We need a lot. We have talked about putting a low rent apartment complex right in this area right here. That's walking distance to the school, high school, elementary school, health clinic. Got some commercial businesses here. So let's do that. I'm not looking for anything too grand. This is just a low rent area, so we're just going to do a basic square pretty much. For right now, that's not bad. What I'm going to do is do a parking lot. Right here. So let's throw one down right there. Let's throw a path to the school in here. And
this is an emergency broadcast to all citizens.
The Fire and Rescue Service reports that fires are currently spreading in the nearby forest. The billowing clouds of smoke pose a serious health risk to anyone nearby.
Well,
At this time, all citizens in
I
the
think
affected area are
that's,
instructed to immediately
okay.
move to a safe distance until the situation
I don't
is
think
under
that's going to
control.
spread. I mean, it might to this tree, but is that something we need to worry about? We don't even own this area, so there's nothing we can do about that anyway. Schmoopy. It's good to have you watching. City Skylines, yes. From Minecraft to City Skylines. Okay. So we're looking at this this area here. Let's go ahead and do, we were looking at sidewalks. Let's just get our apartments in here, or they're not apartments, but our low rent housing. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate that. What I have found with low rent housing, if you put too much in, it just sometimes sits there empty. So we're just going to do it little by little. And we're just going to rename this street right here to Parking Way, since there's a parking lot at the end of it. So we're going to work on building that. That has taken all of our need right there. So we're good there. We need some medium density housing. Where should we do that at? I almost think if we, because this has already satisfied that need, if we go in and do, we don't have anyone building here yet. So if we just add a couple more row houses down here, that could satisfy that need. Let's just see what happens if we do that. Yeah, look at that. That's taking that need right down. We probably should start thinking about adding a power plant at some point in time. I'm not sure how much money we are spending importing electricity. Service trade. I mean, it's not that bad. I'm assuming it's electricity and stuff, right? This is our budget. So electricity, this is what we're spending. That's not as bad as I thought it was going to be, and especially when we have over $1 million in the bank. So that can be on the back burner. Look at this. Okay, I thought that was all traffic that was stopped. People are using this parking lot up here, which is what we wanted. Let's look at parks. Just to kind of make these guys happy. What is this? This is a small playground, and then this is a small park. We can do a dog park and a campfire site. So I'm thinking we want to do a dog park for sure. So let's put that right here in the middle, the best we can. It's not going to go perfectly lined up. Oh, we got a new building available. Bolter Pines, a stone monolith that diversifies and enhances its surroundings. Okay. City Skylines 2 is pretty cool, Schmoopy. It's, a lot of people don't like the graphics, but I don't like the cartoonish style of City Skylines 1. I really like the realistic style of things. What I don't like is the disasters in City Skylines 2. I don't think they're as polished as in City Skylines 1. And fortunately, we haven't been hit by any disasters yet. But they have definitely increased the size of buildings, so our cemetery is more realistic in size. I am enjoying playing this game. Let's go ahead and throw a park down. Can we put this one in the middle? I don't think we can put anything in the middle. I want to put a park here. I want to put a playground on the other side. Oh man, that's really small. You know, I feel like if we have a park there, we can put the playground right next to it, right? Because the parents can be walking around the park while they've left their kids over here. And we could almost do a dog park down here. But I really would like to do some basketball courts somewhere. These people should be happy right now. We were looking for a name for this circle over here, and we're going to call this Schmoopy Circle, since you have followed us during this live stream. How about that? Special thank you. So let's look down here. Education's still good. We don't need anything there. We got some upgrades happening. We probably need to think about why not Candor? That's a good idea too. You want Candor there? We can do that. There we go. Candor Circle. Those swimming pools, I swear, I always think a building just blew up or is on fire. They are the brightest things. We need to think about college. It'd be cool to have like a coastal college, kind of. Not that that's a major coast, I guess, but... thinking how we could do this with an intersection. I don't want any intersections along this main street here. If we turn this into an intersection and have it snake out this way, that might look pretty good for a college. Or housing, we're in need of housing. So I think what we're going to do is purchase some land. I think we're going to purchase these two strips right here, and we're going to do some more residential zoning down this way. So let's go ahead and do that. How do we want to work this as far as traffic goes? I'm kind of thinking we take a medium road and we run it just like this. And we have just like a little on and off ramp, if you will, in that area there. So that would be 180 degrees. That might give us some problems eventually. That's a huge intersection. I don't know that I
A driving advisory has been issued for the immediate area due to poor road conditions. Please exercise caution if you must drive, and try to stay off the streets until conditions
improve. Poor road
improve.
conditions. We need
This
to
has been
buy
a local public service announcement.
a road
You're
maintenance
listening
depot.
to Second Moon. The
Yeah, we got some
epitome
roads that are
of
kind
classical
of
listening
falling
at
apart
home,
here.
or
And that can
wherever
cause
you
some
roam.
traffic accidents.
Industry
So if you don't know it yet,
regions
traffic
on the
accidents
rise,
are a
and
thing
when
that are in this
business
game.
is doing well, that floats our boat.
There's no sinking this boat, Glenda.
This has kind of been a service road over
on
here.
to our main feature story. The commercial district is booming as the area is attracting more high-end stores.
Thank you so much,
bringing the latest
His
in luxury
Cook,
to our
for the
neighborhood.
follow.
You
Appreciate
can
it.
now shop for designer shoes while sipping a fancy local Jarva mate.
So we're gonna put
Or
in
so
this,
my wife tells me. That's
road
good
maintenance
for business
depot.
and good for the community.
Thanks, Jim. We'll be back after this.
Where do we want to put this at? We got some heavy roads up here that could probably handle it. I'm thinking maybe once we build this road up here, we can put it right in this area, and that can service both of these main... Is there a tornado somewhere? I just got a Steam achievement of experience a tornado. Okay. That is very interesting, and it does look like it's heading this way. So let's prepare for the worst. And can we activate somehow our emergency shelters? We can relocate it. How do you activate the emergency system, hey? Shucks. So in City Skylines 1, there was a button there to sound the siren. I guess we're just going to hope that it doesn't come across the water. I don't have any button. And I think maybe that's one of the things in our development progression, early disaster warning system. So I wonder if we should probably be trying to unlock that as quickly as possible. We're going to need lots of points to do that. But, okay. Hey, thank goodness for Steam that came up with a little achievement for me. Experience a tornado. Okay. We'll go with that. Good for you. I'm glad you bought it. Nope, I don't get anything from that, but good. It's a good game. We're going to monitor this developing weather situation. And these people are still complaining of high rent. Are these the same people? They have a modest wealth. You know, we put this low rent area in here, so I'm hoping that that helps. These people need more customers. We got some high rents over here. So let's see what we can do here. I don't know what to do first. I mean, we've got the tornado raging in the background, and we're going to look at this intersection here and seriously try to figure out what we want to do. So even though this isn't perfectly straight, I'm doing this because I didn't like how big the intersection was when we had it perfectly straight. So what we might do is actually just come up and then curve like this. That's a lot smaller of an intersection. I think it's more manageable. And then we're going to bring this up right up there. Okay, I do want to add yeah, City Skylines, the first one is really great. I modded a lot of that game, and unfortunately it screwed up some things as they updated it, but they had a lot of expansion packs, and my mods just were not compatible. So I actually removed all my mods. The game still was buggy for me. I uninstalled it, did a clean install, and for whatever reason, I just couldn't get it to work right. If there must have been a file folder somewhere on my computer that I couldn't get the first one to work perfectly well. But I'm loving the second one. I think we're gonna get a lot of miles out of this game. So I'm thinking of something like this, guys. I mean, I don't like to have two intersections here, so what we're going to do is change some of the road rules. I love that they added this into the game. We're going to have no left turn right here, so we don't have to worry about anyone turning left and causing us problems, which means we can probably just add a stop sign here for this road coming out. And actually, we're going to have a no right turn. It doesn't make sense to be able to turn right here because you're going to go straight if you want to turn right. Here, there's going to be a no left turn. And this looks like, we're going to make sure this is no left turn here. Okay. There's no sense in turning right here. So let's just keep that going straight. And let's see how that works. I don't know if there's mod support for this yet or not. I'm just seeing if there's an option in the menu, and I don't see one. I have not looked around to see if there's any mods on Steam available for this. I'm sure there is. I'm almost certain that there's unofficial mods. As a matter of fact, I feel like I've seen some YouTube videos of some traffic management mods already coming out. So we got some office demand, it looks like, too. So we're going to have to pay attention to this. So we already have a Birch Street, so we don't want that here. Let's see, what should we call this street? This is going to go into a residential area. We'll come back to that in a moment. Let's see. So our residential area on this side. I'm kind of thinking about coming out this way. So I want to extend this road north a little bit and grab that's going to follow that. We're going to take this right to here, and there's going to be a slight bend in the road. I don't even know that we necessarily need to put a bend in there. Just down to about right there. And then we're going to do the same on the other side. We're going to do a little residential area like this area in the middle, only it's going to be a little bit smaller. So let's go ahead and grab this one right here. Come out this way. We do got some hill here. It's just not too much of a change in elevation, so I'm not overly concerned. What we're going to do is we're just going to go from this road over. Now, I'm not perfectly straight. That's okay. I think we're going to be okay on that side. No. I don't want that. I would like that to be a little bit more straight. So let's go 90 degrees right there, and then that's going to be easier to work with. Now on this side we're going to have a little problem in a moment, but it's going to be okay. So right there is a little bit of a funny hiccup because of that bend that we put in there. Let's go over one more. Right about there. That looks pretty good. And we're going to leave this just empty for right now for future development. So this development over here, we named each street after trees. I think if we name each street over here after flowers, we already got lilac. We're going to go rose. Let's go daisy. Daffodil. Okay, we've all discovered that I can't spell daffodil, apparently. Let's not call it daffodil then, since I can't figure it out. So what do we have? Rose, poppy. Let's call it poppy. How about that? Poppy Street. No Steam support yet. Well, I'm sure down the road there will be mods to this. They were very good with mods in the first game, Paradox Studios was. So I'm sure they'll probably add that at some point in time. Don't take my word for it. I haven't been following the development of City Skylines 2 too closely. Let's get some housing in here. So we're probably going to end up with commercial down on this side here. So we're going to stay away from doing anything there at the moment. What I'm going to do is fill these in right here for right now. I left these end caps open because they look like they're going to go back into that mode against this road here. So we're going to take care of that shortly. Now what we might want to do is put a little intersection right here for people to get down to the industrial area. And actually that just makes sense to me. So I'm going to go ahead and extend this down a little further in case we want that road to continue on. And I'm going to put a temporary intersection right there. Middle Street, that's fine. We definitely need some commercial zones, and we really need them to service this population. Whatever happened to that tornado? It's gone, it looks like. We're going to put our commercial zones right now in this area. I'm going to leave this end cap open in case we rearrange how this is doing right there. Wait, oh, is this a farmland area? Okay, we need to pay attention.
You're tuned into Second Moon, the channel where the classics never
We
grow
built
old.
our...
We're live, and we're getting reports about a traffic accident somewhere in the city.
Oh no,
Road
there's a
maintenance
traffic
services
accident.
have already been dispatched, and traffic flow should return.
So
to
this should have been a
normal.
field
But if you're
area.
planning a quick trip out, you might want to
Eventually,
wait a
maybe
while
we'll
until
demolish
everything
this
clears
area
up.
and turn it
If
into
you're
a
in
field.
it,
But
you,
like I said in the last
you already
episode,
know about it. No use
I don't like
reminding you.
using
Meanwhile,
eminent domain.
expect
Now, it's not really a
delays
thing in the
and
game,
drive
but
safe.
just to go
Industry in
bulldoze
the
somebody's
region is
house
on
down
the
to build a
rise,
field
and when
just doesn't
business
seem
is
right.
doing well, that
So I
floats
try
our
not
boat.
to
There's no sinking this boat,
bulldoze or
Linda.
build over anyone's home unless it's absolutely necessary. And it does make playing the game a little more challenging. So these guys, they're building over there. We need some offices. I think this strip right here might be good for offices. Maybe right along this side, or this side of the garbage dump, if you will. We got those trees that are going to grow up, so we can have maybe a nice office park over here. We can also do some over here eventually. We're going to start right there with some offices and just see how much need that takes away. It's going down quite quickly, so that's good. So we need some medium residential homes again. I've been favoring the row houses for this cause, and I'm almost tempted to do row houses right along here. Now you'll notice again I'm leaving this last space blank until they put their homes in. That way they build them in a direction that I want them to build. So we'll fill those in eventually. Got those going in. Let's see, we need more flower names here. Tulip Street. We'll come back. I have to think of a flower name for that one. What else do we have going on in the city right now? So Candor Circle, we might turn this into a little district eventually, but actually, why don't we mess around and just see how the district tool works. So you create city districts, defined areas in the city that have specific policies and City services assigned to them. We already know that. It works a little bit differently in this game than it does in the last version. We're going to do a little square right around here. I was wanting to get that parking lot too because it's for this area here, but I didn't want to get these commercial areas in there, so we're going to call this area Candor Heights. Now let's see what we can do with that. So we can't do a whole lot right now. We can see some things. We can see that there are 596 households living here, 699 residents. There are 134 dogs. So let's put a dog park in. Let's put one in right here. We had talked about that earlier, but now there seems to be good reason for a dog park. Let's go back into our district manager. Maybe if I'm clicking on it. Oh, that's already popped up. Not looking where I need to look. So I think we're doing good. It's a wealthy district according to this. And I would imagine with those parks that the land value it's higher than most areas. So that's good. Let's look at putting some more parks around the city. I think a dog park right here would be really good with a little playground next to it. Over on this side, going into this development here, they need something. So let's give them a small park. Let's put a little, let's see. You know, we can do like a campfire site over here maybe, but that's right next to the cemetery. I don't know if we want to do that. We're gonna put a little playground right by the fire department, I think. We're also gonna put well, we can't put a park in there. But that way people are shopping in this area, they can go and drop their kids off at the playground. Not that people do that anymore. They probably keep their kids with them quite closely. So we have some monuments that we can put down, but we can't afford any of those yet. We did unlock that one building. This is free to build. And what does it do? +3 well-being within 820 yards. So something we might want to consider is saving this building for an area that really needs that in the future of our city. So I think that's what we're going to do. We still need some low residential areas. So let's work on this street here, on Daisy Street, and get that filled up. We need some more row houses. So let's complete these here. And then on this side, let's put in, well, before I put them all in, I'm just gonna leave a gap for a road in case I want to expand this development upwards there. So we'll do that. And that should take care of all of our need there. So that's great. We need some commercial areas. And I'm going to assume that it's probably these people that are needing the commercial areas. So let's go ahead and put some more businesses right along here. We'll leave this open in case we do a road coming out that way. And we'll just do some right there. We're going to need some parking for sure. Otherwise, this road is going to get really full. So we're going to do 2 parking lots, one on either side here. jack the price up to 40. Okay. And that should take care of the need down this way. We need some more industrial. So, what do we want to do for industry right now, guys? I think if we come up this direction, we can do some light industry right along here. Not that there's a such thing as light industry, I don't think. I think it's just all one thing. But we can do some shops right up along this direction. And hopefully that takes care of our need. Oh, we also have this area over here that we haven't filled in yet. So we should have plenty of industry now. So something we can think about doing is buying this area over here and doing a highway into our industrial area. If we need to do that, that's something we will be watching. And what we're going to do, guys, we're going to go for about another 25 minutes, and that'll put us at the 2-hour mark. And then we're going to call it a episode. It'll be a really long episode, but it will be an episode. So stick around for another 25 minutes. So let's see, how is our schools doing? They're doing really good. We need to start thinking about public transportation. Let's look at how our congestion is right now. No, we're not horrible. This is definitely an area. I mean, there's only one way in and one way out of Candor Heights right now. So, but this traffic is flowing. Nothing is backed up. Main Street to Chestnut Street. You know, that's working. Hickory Street. You know, that's working for right now. I have no clue why the pumping station has heavy traffic on it. The industrial park is actually doing really well for traffic. So I think we're doing good on traffic right now, guys. Let's check out our fire services, see if we need to do any more stations. And everything's still covered nicely. Police department, everything's covered. We've got cops on patrol all throughout the city, so that's good to see. One thing we might do... I think I might just try upgrading. Let's see. How's our health system doing? People were complaining about that earlier. Can we do any upgrades to our health system? An ambulance depot, we don't need that. We don't have any vehicles in use. We don't need an extra wing either. I think we're doing okay there. So looking back at Candor Heights, why don't we look at doing some more districts? And we're going to put our districts in the old section of our town. Get this zoned off here. I absolutely love this just drag and drop tool to do districts. is so much better than having to color
Has
it
anyone
in.
seen my keys? My keys.
So,
We're in the air?
why don't we call this here?
Sorry about that. It's nothing important. I just lost my keys.
Everything's named
I'm sure
after a
they'll
tree,
turn
so
up.
actually
They're for
Pinewood
the
Springs is
brown sedan
fine with
parked
me.
outside the radio station.
Um,
wait. I probably shouldn't have said that.
We're
Phil.
almost up to our
Please.
next level.
Don't
Let's
steal my
do
car.
this
I mean,
area over
the old
here as well.
Hornbuckle-mobile, please. Oh, good. Here they are. Well, never mind then. Thank you for listening to Second Moon.
And on to our main feature story. The commercial district is booming as the area is attracting more high-end stores, bringing the latest in luxury to our neighborhood. You can now shop for designer shoes while sipping a fancy local Jarva mate, or so my wife tells me. That's good for business and good for the community.
Thanks, Jim. We'll be back after this.
Okay, what's going on
Industry in
here?
the region is on the rise, and when business is
Hellish
doing
shape.
well,
Okay.
that floats our boat.
There's no sinking this boat, Glenn.
There we go. And let's just call this Orchard. Orchard Development. Since it's just one street and it's called Orchard Street, so that works. How are we doing? We need more commercial already. Wow. We'll get this going. We also need more housing. Okay. We can take care of the housing problem right now. And we can do, I'm going to do some medium density North American housing style apartments. We haven't done that yet. I'm just going to do it right here. I'm just going to see kind of how that turns out. I'm not sure what that style looks like. Commercial. Let's do some commercial stuff right across the street here. And we're just going to stick away, give it a little buffer zone. And that might even give us some more building variety too, which would be kind of neat. Industry, we still need some more industry, so we can go down here and continue our approach to this. Okay, almost to Grand Village. Let's look at our development tree while we are waiting for that milestone to achieve. We had a tornado earlier. It didn't do any harm to anyone, but we had no way of alerting people to go to the emergency shelters that were in place. So I'm thinking we have 4 development points available. We don't need large shelters. However, we're going to need them eventually. And we have to have them to get this early disaster warning system. So we're going to unlock that. Here in a moment, we're going to get some more development points. We can unlock the fire station and work our way up to the disaster warning system. So we got some traffic over here. We want to really take a look at this. We got a red light. Let's try and upgrade this road. Throw an extra lane in it. Did it already have an extra lane, or did we just do that now? I think we just did that. So let's see what that does. Why do we have a red light down here? That's just for the crosswalk? Does that turn red when people get there, or is that green all the time? It wouldn't be green all the time, but I don't want it to turn red if there are people. This is interesting. So we'll look at that intersection there in a moment. Tiny Town, we've made it, guys. We've made it to Tiny Town. Another $1.2 million in our revenue, in our coffers. We got 5 points to spend on development, which we're going to save for right now, and we can buy some more land. Let's see what we have unlocked. We've unlocked some farming, some more housing, some mixed units. Communications, so post office, mail, okay. Radio mast. Transmits mobile data, radio traffic, TV signals in case of emergencies. The masts are used to broadcast an alarm. So I wonder if that's what we needed. Maybe we don't need the other thing. Maybe this is exactly what we needed. We're going to look at that before we spend our development points. So in zoning, pre-release programs, roadside parking fee, we might end up doing that in some of these areas. Recycling, speed bumps. Okay. I think these are all good things to have unlocked at this time. I don't like that there's a red light here. Is there one down here, too? I mean, okay. As long as it doesn't cause problems, why is it... Okay, people are walking. You know, I guess in a city you do have these things, so... People are walking. We'll just let that play out and see what happens. I really want to monitor this intersection right here. This is a major monitoring intersection. What I'm thinking about this is going to be a problem too. Ever since we did this, we could do a roundabout here. Because yeah, that's going to be very problematic. For right now, though, if we put a stop sign in, what side stops? Can I change what side stops? Yes. So, oh, now it all stops. Okay, that's not what we wanted. Okay, before we do anything else, let's look at that radio mast. Not quite sure where that would be at. Communications. So, if I put this up, and let's just do it behind the fire department. That would make kind of sense for an emergency broadcast system. Needs to be along a road, okay. What we're going to do is do a little dirt road. Right there. We're going to see how this works here in a moment. Now, I want to see if we have an option to evacuate people. We do not yet. I'm going to have to do some research on this, guys, and see how we actually evacuate people. Because that tornado came close and we had no way of telling people to get out of the way and go to our shelters that we have built. So, we will look into that. We still need commercial zones like they're going out of style. I'm trying to think where we need them at. I'm going to put some up here by these offices. Because, I mean, these people want a place to go for lunchtime, right? So we're gonna grab some and put right across the street here, some right here. They want a place to go for lunch. So that will help that a little bit. You know, these workers here, they're all looking for food and fast food joints. We got a little area down here, but let's just throw some residential, or we got residential, some commercial right in this area. Maybe on this corner here we can have some. Okay, that completely takes care of that need. We're going to work on some more development in this area. I don't know I like this, but if we do this and then delete this middle street here, okay, that works for right now. And what we can do is this another farm area. I didn't even realize that. Man, I'm building on top of all the good areas, unfortunately. I didn't even realize that. We'll cross this bridge when we come to it, I guess, when it comes to farming, if we need to relocate people. We're going to try not to do that. But, we're making mistakes. We are making mistakes. I accidentally just put in the wrong type of zoning there, didn't I? Are these row houses? These should not be row houses. Okay, because I have made a mistake here. I'm sorry, everyone. We're gonna evict you guys. I don't usually do that, but that was never meant to be that way. Take it up at the next council meeting with the city. Your representatives have voted you out. Okay, there's that. Now we can do some North American style apartment buildings with a commercial space at the bottom. This is something that we might look into here. Just to see what it's kind of like. We're going to put one right there and one right there. Different sizes, we'll see what we get. So I messed this area up nice and good. Well, we have grown quite a bit, guys, in this episode. We're going to wait for these buildings to pop up. Take a look at them. And then we'll probably wrap it up.
A driving advisory has been issued for the immediate area due to poor road conditions.
I want to thank you
Please
all for
exercise
tuning in. We
caution
had
if you must
2
drive,
people
and try to stay
follow.
This
Once
is an
again, a
emergency
shout out
broadcast to all
Snoopy
citizens. The
and
fire
Kiz
and rescue
Cookie.
service reports that
Is it
fires
Cookie or
are
Cook?
currently spreading in the nearby
Kiz
forest.
Cookie?
The billowing
So-
clouds of smoke pose a serious
Oh, we
health
got
risk
fire
to
going on,
anyone
guys.
nearby. At this
Another
time,
forest
all
fire.
citizens in the affected area are instructed to immediately move to a safe distance until the situation is under control. The streets until conditions improve. This has been a local public service announcement.
That was true.
So thank you very much for following.
Masterful counterpart.
Thank you
You're
very much
listening
for
to
the
Second Room
conversation
Radio,
in this
the
stream. I
station of
appreciate it.
Levitated tastes. Don't touch that dial.
And on to our main feature story. The commercial district is booming.
We're gonna
as
speed
the
this up
area is
just a
attracting
hair.
more high-end stores, bringing the latest
We're
in
just
luxury
waiting for
to
something
our
to
neighborhood.
pop up here.
You can now shop for designer shoes while sipping a fancy local Jarva mate.
As we're doing this,
Or
I'm
so
watching
my
our
wife
need go
tells
back
me.
up too.
That's
Here we go.
good for business and good for the community.
Thanks, Jim.
So I believe
We'll be
these
back after this.
apartments on top
Industry in the region is on
lower
the rise,
rent
and when
because
business
of the
is
businesses
doing
underneath
well,
that offset the
floats
cost.
our boats.
There's no sinking
So that's
this
pretty
boat,
cool.
Glenda.
I like the fire escapes. That's pretty neat. Okay, let's take one last look of everything we did today. Did we add the orchard development in this episode? I think we did. We finished up the mansion. Took care of our low rent area. We added Candor Heights. A lot of expansion took place. Our industrial area expanded quite a bit, added a recycling center. If you're coming in off the interstate, you know, it's not a bad view of things. I mean, you got a lot of smokestacks over there, granted. But over this way, I mean, things are looking pretty nice. Looks like a nice community to live in. Got some high rises off in the distance. The starts of a city. Well, guys, I want to thank you for tuning into this episode of City Skylines. Make sure you like, subscribe if you're on YouTube. Follow if you're on Twitch. Until next time, I'm SwiftOwl7. This is SwiftOwl7 Gaming. Goodbye.